Not long ago, we signed a partnership with Jedidiah International School, and in our first day, our first meeting, we introduced the students to robotics and coding, and they got to understand the building blocks of every robot. And then shortly after that, they were introduced to the microcontroller, basically the brain of what every robot needs. Okay, and they are trying to examine it carefully here. They understood it, and then we have to put everything into practice where they built their first circuit just by turning on a small light. So after understanding the concept, they practicing it, they were being challenged here to get everything back so that they get the light to turn on again. So everything for them was disconnected and we asked them to connect it. So that was the challenge. As you can see them, those struggling are struggling, and then those that are also willing to get in it. But at the end, they all were able to connect. You can see now the instructor going to work. They were all able to get it at the end of the challenge. Thank you for following. Where for Emanuela, she connected everything right, and then she forgot to power it. So just like every appliance we use, or every gadget that we use in our houses, we only the power source to work. For her, her connection was right, but we forgot to power it. No power source. So she wasn't seeing the light turning on. We connected for her, and then the whole class laughed at her as well. Okay, and it was a funny moment. She connected and she was overwhelmed. That kind of thing, right? The excitement alone. So this is basically the end of our first week. Okay, and then the second week begins. All right, so in our second week, we we enforce on the previous knowledge, and then we now introduce them into a new component which we call the breadboard. Now the previous one that they did, everything was correct, but then there was a limitation if they were to connect a lot of components on that small board. Okay, so what will save us is the breadboard. So everything was explained to them. They understood it, and then they are now putting the knowledge into practice. Again, at Zonovate Code Champions, what we do is that we believe in hands-on. So everything that we do is hands-on. Okay, you have to practice it. You have to do it yourself. You need to understand it for yourself, and that's what you see them doing. Okay, we partner with schools, we partner with organizations, we partner with faith-based organizations, churches, and what have you, that want to introduce their learners into technology. They want their learners to do things like this, as you are seeing in the video, right? Coding and robotics. We partner with you as well. Okay, so they continue to do that. Now, as they do that, this is just a quick one. On the 13th of April 2026, we are organizing a 2-week robotics bootcamp. It's happening live at Green Pastures School. Okay, Green Pastures School. The school is located around Aoshi, right? So we are going to organize a 2 weeks robotics bootcamp on the 13th of April 2026 to the 24th of April 2026. So it's a 2 weeks vacation program for anybody that wants to learn. If you want your child to partake, this is a good time for you as well. You can reach out to us, and then we will help you register your child as well for this hands-on moment. All right, so again, this happened during week 2. So they understood the breadboard now, and then they are now putting everything into practice, and we do that through a small challenge. Just be the first to get your connection back and make sure your light stays on. So that is what is happening. We did this particular one twice, I think. Yeah, and then somebody get, yeah, another person also is done here. Okay, so you could see the happiness on their faces and all of that. They are very happy, and they were very happy, and it happens every day that every section puts some kind of smile on their faces, as long as they were able to get it and then they complete the task. You see all of them smiling, and they are always happy. Okay, so this is the second round. Okay, just to enforce the understanding, they have to do the challenge again. And we got it. The understanding was good, and they were all able to connect and then get their light back on. Well, so that ends our second week and um, the third week. The second and third week, the focus was on breadboard, and that is what you saw. Now, our fourth week. Okay, the fourth week we upgraded or improved, and we built our traffic light. Now, the focus for this particular academic term was the electronic. Okay, the electronic part. So they are not the one to write code. We want them to understand the basics of electronic before they dive into code, hopefully the next academic term. So for this that you are seeing, as they even explain it very soon for themselves, based on their understanding, basically the code was written and then uploaded on the code, on their microcontrollers, and they were asked to connect to any pin that they want us to use in the code so that it works for them. So that's what happened. So the code was written, uploaded on their board. We explained to them how the traffic light works, okay, and then how they can do the connection. So after they getting it, this is the moment where they were putting it in practice. Okay, so this is basically a practice moment where they are trying to connect back everything based on their understanding. They gave us the pins that they want us to program for them, and then we did it for them, and they have their light on. Okay, so in a short moment you will see them explaining how the traffic light works. observe everything carefully. That changes. So yellow is not connected and you connected yellow to red. Yellow thing that something is not connected. See, this one is not connected. Okay, so so some got the connection right, some they interchanged, okay, and we have to explain that to them. If something is not connected, you don't get it working, so you must get the right connection for your circuit to work. Okay, so I left it to green. Use a long wire. Use a long wire. You don't have a long wire. Use this one. Use this one. Use this one. Move the last one in. It's supposed to. Samantha, let's see. I'm observing carefully. Let me see if the red will come. Good. Yeah. Great. So that was a happy moment for her. I needed to check if everything is working for her perfectly, and she got it.
How to build a traffic light and how it functions. So first, you upload the code on your computer, on your laptop, and you put your traffic lights on your breadboard. And secondly, you look for the GND labeled on the traffic light and connect. You look for a GND labeled on the Arduino board and you connect it. And you connect a wire to the GND labeled on the traffic light. And you also take another wire and connect any digital pin onto the blackboard. And you put it on red. And you also take another wire and you put it on any digital pin. And you put it on yellow. And you take another wire and put it on any digital pin. And put it on red. And put it on red. And before you upload the pins you wrote, before you upload the pins connected on your Arduino, take it. Connecting wires together to code and do what your traffic light to do. And so if you want to turn on the traffic lights, you put the GND wire into the GND over on the
there is a moment where they were trying to explain
the colors to on
the traffic lights, how it works. Some explain it based on how it works, some explain it based on the connection that they did. And as you are seeing this particular explanation as well, he is explaining it based on the connection he did, what he connected to what, and why he is connecting that to that.
Make it work. How to make a traffic light. First, you put the GND to GND. And second, red to any digital pin. And third, yellow to any digital pin. And fourth, green to any digital pin. And you code, and the traffic light will come.
A traffic light has a GND. So you take one wire and put it at the GND pins and put it on the board, and you put it on GND. And before you take it, another wire and put it on red. Before red, you can put it on any number here. After you put it on the number, you wait for it to come. If it comes, you take a different wire, you put it on yellow. and you put it on the number again, any number. You wait for yellow to come and you take a wire, you put it on green and you put it on any number. If you want to put it on any number, you can put it here. A hose here. I did it. Skin.
All right, so that is the end of our compilation, and from the 13th to 24th of April 2026, we are organizing a 2-week holiday robotics bootcamp happening live at Green Pastures.